the SIELUX SL2, super fast and ultra portable. Welcome to the Laser Channel, where we learn, create, and share. My name is Greg, and today I'm taking a look at the all-new SIELUX SL2. My pre-release version came directly from the factory. Let's check out the box and see what's inside. The box art on here is absolutely beautiful, and it's got a lot of useful information. It has the website, what the unit looks like, and several different ways that I can operate the SL2. The box art continues with a lot of great features, including the AI Generative app. We're going to be taking a look at that later on in this video, and it goes on to highlight a lot of the other really neat features that we will be checking out later on in this video. There's even a quick operation guide printed directly on the box. SIELUX has emphasized just how quick and easy it is to get the SL2 up and running. Inside the box, each part has its own padded compartment. So despite the dented box, everything on the inside looks perfect. Here's all the kibbles and bits included with the SL2. Let's take a closer look. Safety glasses, a nice and neat organized cable cluster, the main laser machine, the eye-friendly laser guard that magnetically attaches to the bottom of the laser, the product manual, the base plate, the electronic riser, which uses 4 screws to attach to the base plate. That is the only assembly, and the powerful power supply. This is 24 volts at 5 amps, which is ample power to run the SL2. And check out all these materials that were included with my SL2 so that I can get started creating right away. SIELUX emphasizes the ease of the setup and use of the SL2, and I'll demonstrate the setup right now. I simply grab the main laser unit, attach it to the magnetic eye-friendly shroud, insert it into the electronic riser, and close the clamp, and that is all set. When I take a look at the back of the main unit, connections are made very easily using common USB connections, and of course those cables are included with the kit. From here, it's just a matter of powering up the laser machine and getting my app synced up to the machine, and I'm ready to start creating. But before that, I've got some bonus content for you. SIELUX also sent along this compatible rotary unit. I get the product manual, the USB cable, of course the main rotary unit, and then 2 auxiliary wheels. I can place one to either side of the rotary unit, and it's going to transform this into basically a slide extension. I can take some extra long material, place that on top, and now the rotary will shuttle the material back and forth. But wait, there's more. SIELUX also sent along this orange case, and when I took a look inside, it was full of all kinds of premium project materials. This is just a small sampling of what was inside that orange case. You know, not a cell phone, but the base for it. This is all compatible with the SL2. I am going to take a second and just geek out on just some of the specifications on the SL2. The main unit does feature a 10-watt laser diode module, which makes it compatible with all the materials we see on the table, and of course a lot more. There's super fast engraving speeds of up to 2000 millimeters per second, a usable work area of 100 by 100 millimeters. The rotary unit can engrave cylindrical objects from 10 millimeters all the way up to 90 millimeters. And using the rotary as a slide extension, my work area is now 100 by 600 millimeters. There's also a number of built-in safety features: a cover removed alarm, a tilt alarm, high temperature alarm, and a Govo stop alarm. Now certainly there's a lot more features and specifications that I skipped over. If you'd like to check that out, or if you'd like to know more about the project materials or the rotary, I will of course have a link down in the video description. We've looked at it, I've talked about it, and now it's time to start creating some projects using the SL2 and the smart AI Generative app. I'm going to get the app connected up to the machine for the very first time, and this will be a continuation of the test to see just how easy it is to use and set up the machine. I've got power on the machine, and this blinking blue light means the machine has not yet been connected up to the app. Here's the landing page of the app, and let's add a device. And I'm going to go and create a login to use the app. Off camera, I set up my registration, which is really easy to do. It just asks for an email and it sends me a verification code. That verification code did end up in my junk folder, so I did have to search for a little bit, but I typed it in and here we are. All right, so during filming, my phone fell asleep and that little pop-up window disappeared when I woke the phone up again. So we're just gonna go back to connect to a device, and it's gonna go out. And let's see if we can find one. Start scanning. And it popped up right away, and I'll hit connect. And I just heard the machine beep. And there we are, we're already connected. And to be honest with you, networking things together is not my strong point, but a couple clicks and this is already connected. I'll grab the camera here and we'll now see that the blue light on the front of the machine is solid, meaning it is now verified that it is connected up to the app. So we're both learning this at the same time for the first time. So let me see if I can go into AI creation. Let me see, we'll enter a prompt. I'm gonna grab the phone and type something in. Hopefully you can see everything on my mobile device. I entered in a happy fox sitting by a campfire, and I'm going to switch this over to the sketch mode right there. Aspect size, we'll keep it as a square, and let's hit generate and see what it comes up with. Here I've got 4 different options that I came up with. It is a happy fox sitting by a campfire. If this wasn't what I was looking for, I can hit regenerate and it'll give it another try. This looks good, and I think I'm going to select this one. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And I'm going to do the one-click use. And we'll go to engrave. Now off of each of the corner, I have a modifier for my image. We're going to make this nearly 100 by 100 millimeters to take up most of the engraving area of the SL2. I like the way that looks, and I'm going to click on next. Now it wants to know the different parameters and what type of material that I'll be using. I'm going to select one of the wood materials that came with the machine itself, and that looks something like this. So I'll get that just loosely underneath the machine for now, and I'll click on wood. And we'll do wood carving, which is the translation for wood engraving. You know what? For this bitmap image that it created, I'm going to leave everything defaulted, and I even get a little bit of a picture down here at the bottom indicating about what it should look like. I'm going to hit the preview button down here at the bottom. Preview for engraving. There we go. I got a nice continuous framing action going on, and right now it's way out of focus. The bottom of the shroud is supposed to be just even with the top of the work material. I'm going to use a little turn dial on the side of this powered lift arm to set the focus. That's looking pretty good, and from this point all I need to do is get my material position just right, and I should be able to start engraving. And I'm going to get the exhaust fan plugged back in. I had it unplugged before just because there'd be that soft hum in the background. Why does that fan hum? Because it doesn't know the words. Let's do it. Let's send it. It is receiving the information from the app. And check out the display on the top of the machine. I even get a status of the progress of the engraving. Pretty neat. And this thing is zipping right along. It's nearly complete. And the app, it says that it's successfully finished, and it gave me the actual runtime, 142 seconds, but I want to check out what this engraving looks like. That looks incredibly good. Well, that went incredibly smooth. The setup was easy, and the first project was incredibly easy as well. So the SIELUX SL2 is living up to the hype of being easy to use and easy to set up. I think if I took out all my talking from the unboxing to the first project, easily took less than 5 minutes. This first project turned out great, and you know, I did have some apprehensions about the SL2 only having a 10-watt laser module in it, but this project looks great and it didn't take a whole lot of time. And the darker spots like the ears and around the fire, I can feel that the laser actually engraved into the wood, and the quality of detail is really, really good on this. This first wooden project being complete, I'm going to switch over to some of these coated metal cards. All right, for this next one, I'm going to be typing in fancy design using the words the laser channel, and I'm going to use that same sketch element just as we did before to see what the AI comes up with. And for some other options, I can do image to image or sketch to image. For right now, I'm going to stick with the text to image, and let's hit generate and see what it comes up with. Once again, I've got 4 really cool designs, but if these don't fit what I'm looking for, I can hit regenerate, or I can hit the back button and add more words to the description to help the AI narrow in on exactly what I'm looking for. The other thing that I also have is I changed the image size. Instead of that 1x1 square that we did for this project, I changed this to 4x3. This one right here is really jumping out at me. This is what we're going to use on the blue card. Hit that. I'm really happy with the results, so I can hit the stop. And we're going to go over here to engrave. And I do have a smoke extractor, fume extractor near the back end because I am doing these cards and I don't want to breathe in any of the fumes coming off of any of these projects. I'll get that started and come back and hit the start, and we'll watch this next engraving. Really digging the results. Let's do the same thing with the black business card. Oh, this looks so cool with the reflection coming off of it. Just check that out. This time I used the AI to make a square geometric pattern. I've got some black poster board paper that was included with the machine loaded in. I'll lower the laser head down using the motorized lift arm to get everything perfectly in focus. This all looks good, and I can exit out of the preview and head over to engrave. By the way, I do have that thin piece of coated paper double-sided taped down to the base so it doesn't flutter around during the engraving process. This neat geometric project only took about 135 seconds to make. All these flat projects are looking great. Next up, I'm going to install the rotary and engrave a tumbler. Installation of the rotary is quick and easy with the instructions and the included USB cable. The rotary is installed. The USB cables are installed. My image is loaded in. Once again, I use that AI generation text to image. I simply typed in a happy dog with a coffee cup, and this is what I got, the perfect image for this tumbler. Next, I need to tell the app that I'm using a rotary unit. For that, I go all the way to the bottom of the screen and scroll over until I see canvas. I'll click on that, and then I have plane and rotation. I'll click on rotation. And I just need to enter in the diameter of my tumbler, which is 75 millimeters. I've already got that entered in, and now I can click on next. Currently, there's not a preset for this tumbler, so I'm just gonna take a wild guess and we're gonna see what we get. I typed in a power level of 75% and my dots per inch at 300. This looks good, and now I can hit the preview button. Now, unlike with the flat work where it actually drew a rectangle of the work area, with the rotary, I just get a vertical line of the overall height of my graphic as it would appear on my tumbler. This will allow me to slide the tumbler up or down to get it placed perfectly. If I run out of space, I can always move the entire rotary back and forth, making sure it stays in line with the laser machine. Before I take the tumbler out and we check out the results, I just wanted to note that the rotary turns so silky smooth, which is really important when we're trying to get detailed engravings like the one we just created. Look at that, perfect engraving detail. I'm going to get this cleaned up with some LA's Totally Awesome, and we'll check this out after I get it all cleaned up. Wow, this looks even better now that it's all cleaned up. The amount of detail is simply amazing. The other thing that's really amazing is I just took some settings and threw it into the app and turned out perfect. This was a lot of fun creating all of these projects, and most of all, it was easy. The machine setup was easy, and the app is powerful and simple to use. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, or ring that notification bell. Not only is it a great way to help the laser channel grow, it's an excellent way to connect video content like this with other great laser enthusiasts just like yourselves. Well, until we meet again in the next video, learn, create, and share.